the strategies that we're using to prevent and reduce youth tobacco use is we are increasing our signage in our retail outlets, stating that you have to be 18 years old or older to purchase tobacco. We're also providing retailer education on tobacco. So when they come in, we provide a responsible beverage service training for off premises. And when the retailers come in to receive that training, we're now initiating a retailer tobacco education training as well. In our community, we still have retailers who have drive-through convenience stores. And a lot of the youth have indicated to us that that is one way that they purchase their cigarettes and tobacco on their way to school in the mornings. So we're going to work with our retailers to explain this to them about how youth are telling us that they are purchasing from their stores through the drive-through. And it would be a deterrent if they would not sell tobacco through that drive-through and that they would have to come into the store to buy it. We have worked with multiple agencies to provide increased signage for our recreation areas in our community by having no smoking in our bleachers and stands at our local ball fields, as well as no spit tobacco in our stands. Some of the organizations that we've partnered with to create these changes within the community have been the Little League presidents of the ball fields and our health council, and also the recreation department and the local school board. It's a great success to our coalition that we are going to be able to and have been providing the tobacco education training for the retailers. So many times they know it's the right thing to do not to sell to anyone under the age of 18, but until the point where they are given some sort of strategies and education on how to let someone say, when they come in to buy the tobacco, that hey, we're not permitting that anymore in our store, or we don't sell to anyone under the age of 18. I think that's a success, and hands up to our retailers that they're not allowing that anymore. Some of the things that our coalition has been doing to provide for support for the Tennessee Statewide Tobacco Initiative is by training our school resource officers and trying to partner with them and training them on how to go in to conduct tobacco patrols within our schools. There are always resource officers within the schools, but we want to train them on how to target and how to look for the areas where most students are smoking. We've also supported the tobacco by providing the retailers with the tobacco education training, as well as increasing the signage within our stores. Some of the resources that have been made available to us by the state to support our efforts have been the Tennessee Student Survey that we conduct in our schools, and that way we can have youth feedback of what the student usage is, 30-day use, perceived risk, and the age of onset. And that's major important for us when we're trying to do prevention efforts in our communities, that we know exactly what's going on in our community and how to target the issues. We've also received data from the state, from the Department of Agriculture, on when they go into our different communities and they do compliance checks, tobacco compliance checks within our community. They also provide that data to us, and that helps tremendously because at that time they can tell us how many retail outlets in our stores sold to someone under the age of 18, and how we should be able to go in and address those stores and to give them the tobacco education and increase signage for them and the training that they need. Most recently, we held a youth camp, and during our youth camp, we did a lot of tobacco education with our youth. And one of the things that they did was they developed interactive billboards, and it was all geared around spit tobacco or chew tobacco. And it was interactive billboards where they used science fair display boards, and they were interactive. And we're going to actually use their ideas from their interactive billboards to create a media campaign geared toward our youth in our community. Just take charge in your community. Find those resources out there. It's a lot of hard work, and as all coalition work is. But just go ahead and just dig in your heels and let the communities know that your coalition is addressing tobacco and that you're going to create the change within your community.